It's like when people tell me Boston women, New York women, LA women, San Diego women are mean, shallow, vapid, and harsh. And that is just not the case. Like, people have up barriers and they might take a little time to warm up. And they might not always be as easily warm and responsive as somebody in like the Midwest. But there are plenty of people in these areas that are quite compassionate and quite nice and want to connect. I'm not saying that young women aren't sometimes, just like everyone else, materialistic and shallow and obsessed with social media and not interested in, you know, um, unless you're like a 22-year-old jack dude, whatever. But that's not everyone. And I think getting into that frame of mind, where that's actually another video I want to make, is like this idea that like hot women suddenly are more crazy, more standoffish, more rude, more mean, more toxic, more unstable, and sometimes less smart, is what a lot of people say. That's kind of, to be honest, man, it's kind of a misogynistic view. Like, yes, do I think trends exist? Absolutely. Do I think a young girl who's absolutely beautiful may trend a little bit more social media obsessed and validation from those areas? Yeah. Do I think it reflects everyone? Absolutely not. It's so funny. People said, you go to SoCal, it's different. Everybody's a jerk. They're all shallow. They all want to be models, and they're all vapid. Then I hosted a retreat in Southern California in February, and it was like the nicest time we've ever had. People like invited us to hang out on the beach relentlessly. They asked us, I wrote about this twice. We walked up to people, talked to them for a few minutes, and they asked us to light up a joint with them. Like, it was, and these were beautiful women, right? And everyone's like, Los Angeles girls, SoCal girls, San Diego women, they're all like that, man. You'll never have a chance there. Not at all. Like, I didn't see that at all. Again, trends exist. Of course, I tend to think beautiful people get treated differently in the world and come up differently. So they are more likely to have certain traits. But I don't think you can justify that. And I think all around. And I think getting into that mindset is really unhealthy, because then you prove yourself true. Dudes talk to beautiful girls and they expect that they're going to be vapid, shallow, standoffish, challengey, prudish, dickish, whatever. And so they act like cool and they act like jerks to them, or they're invulnerable, or they're like, whatever. And like not only attracts like, but like reciprocates like. You treat a girl like that, like she is those things, and she's going to be defensive and be the way back. If you talk to a beautiful girl like you talk to anybody else, and you can be sincere and strong and have values and like whatever, a lot of the times they'll drop their defenses and you'll realize like, oh, a beautiful girl is just like anyone else. They are human. They share the same experiences. Maybe they're more defensive off the bat and more standoffish and put up walls because they are hit on more often. But if you can know how to navigate those things, they're still the same individuals everywhere. And this goes worldwide. I will challenge anyone who's like, my culture is different. My place is different. Again, we have trends. We figured this out yesterday. We've coached men in 37 countries, I think in 13 years. And we've held retreats everywhere. And yeah, there are nuances, but if you can break through those nuances or align or relate emotionally or do any of the human things that are universal, you will find that people are people everywhere. I want to convince men for so long that beautiful women, while scary, while terrifying in your heads, this idea that they all are falling into this bucket and category, I think prove themselves right through their actions. And I take guys of every look, and I'm not saying this because I want coaching from anybody or I don't give a shit. I have worked with men of every look, of every race, of every height, of every weight class. Look at like pictures from our retreats, and we walk in every city and we talk to beautiful women, and the response rate is usually the same. 50 to 70% of the time or so, people want to engage. Some people are busy, not in the mood, taken, unavailable, whatever, but a large amount of the time, if you talk to beautiful women or beautiful people in general, and you can navigate through maybe sometimes a little bit more defensiveness, and you don't preemptively think of them a certain way and act a certain way, you realize it's fine. They are not scary, man-eating people. Not saying it's easy, okay? I think talking to beautiful women is probably some of the hardest experiences most men have in their lives, just instinctively. But once you get past that fear and you do it, whatever.